Welcome back, guys. Tonight's story is one of patience, heartbreak, and a long overdue wake-up call. Because sometimes, the person who takes you for granted is the one who learns the hardest lesson of all. 5 years. That's how long I spent waiting for Sarah. 5 whole years. We were childhood best friends, always inseparable. I was the guy she called at 2 a.m. when she had a nightmare. The one who brought her coffee when she was cramming for exams. The one who made sure she got home safe after every night out. And every time I gathered the courage to tell her how I felt, she shot me down. You're like a brother to me. You're sweet, but I don't see you that way. We're too close. I don't want to ruin what we have. I swallowed those rejections like bitter pills, convincing myself that one day, she'd realize I was everything she ever wanted. But that day never came. Instead, I spent years watching her date guy after guy. Guys who didn't treat her half as well as I did. And each time one of them broke her heart, I was there, like a fool, waiting, hoping, until I wasn't. Enter Leah, Sarah's best friend. The girl I never paid much attention to before. Not because she wasn't beautiful, because trust me, she was, but because my world had always revolved around Sarah. Leah was different, confident, witty, and unlike Sarah, she saw me. It started slow. A few inside jokes. Some late-night conversations. Then one evening, we were all out at a bar, and Leah pulled me onto the dance floor. I hesitated at first, but then, why not? She pressed against me, her laughter warm, her touch electric. And for the first time in years, I forgot about Sarah. But it wasn't same for Sarah. It started small. The way she'd glance over when Leah and I talked. The way her smile faltered when I leaned in close to whisper something in Leah's ear. Then came the comments. Wow, you and Leah are getting really close, huh? Since when were you two a thing? I just never pictured you with her. I could hear the edge in her voice, but I played dumb. Because this was new. For the first time, Sarah was the one watching me. Feeling my absence. Craving my attention. And damn, it felt good. So I kept going. Letting Leah's laugh fill the spaces Sarah used to occupy. Letting her presence soothe the wounds Sarah had left behind. And the more I pulled away, the more Sarah wanted me back. But by the time she realized it was already too late. It started with small things. A sudden interest in my life. A text from Sarah at 11 p.m. that read, "Hey, just thinking about you. Miss our talks." The same talks she used to brush off when she was with other guys? I didn't respond. And that silence, it killed her. Next, it was the invitations. We should catch up. Just us like old times. Come over, I made your favorite pasta. It feels like we're drifting. Do you even care anymore? Oh, I cared. I cared for 5 years. But now I had Leah. And Sarah, well, she was starting to see what it felt like to be the one waiting. To be the one craving affection and attention, and getting nothing in return. The breaking point came one night at a mutual friend's party. Leah and I walked in together, my hand resting on the small of her back. It was a subtle thing, but Sarah saw it. I knew because her whole expression changed. She laughed too loudly, drank a little too fast. And then she made her move. Halfway through the night, she pulled me aside into the dimly lit hallway. Her eyes were wide, a little frantic. "Can we talk?" she asked. I leaned against the wall, arms crossed, pretending not to notice how nervous she looked. "Sure," I said, cool as ever. She took a deep breath. "I think I made a mistake." Oh, this was good. 5 years of rejection. 5 years of being her backup plan. And now that I wasn't available anymore, now she wanted me, I didn't let her see how much I was enjoying this. Instead, I kept my voice calm, distant. "A mistake," I repeated. She nodded, stepping closer. I was scared. I didn't want to lose what we had. But now, seeing you with Leah, it's making me realize. I held up a hand, stopping her right there. "Sarah," I said, my voice steady, controlled. "You had 5 years to figure this out." She blinked, stunned. Like she couldn't believe I wasn't just falling back into her arms. But I didn't let her finish. I leaned in just enough for her to catch my voice over the music. You only want me because you think you can't have me anymore. That's not love, Sarah. That's regret. And I'm not interested in being someone's second choice. And then, I walked away. Back to Leah. Back to the woman who saw me for who I was before it was too late. And Sarah? Sarah was left standing there, finally knowing what it felt like to be the one left behind. I thought that was it. I thought I had walked away, left Sarah with nothing but her regrets and that sinking feeling of losing something she never truly appreciated. But some people, they don't take rejection well. And Sarah? She wasn't just some girl. She was my childhood best friend. She knew me better than most. And she knew exactly how to get under my skin. It started with little things. Texts at first. Thinking about you. I miss our late-night talks. Do you ever wonder what could have been? I ignored them. Then came the coincidences. Sarah suddenly showing up at the same cafe where I was grabbing coffee with Leah. Oh my God, what are the chances? She'd say with a too sweet smile. I wasn't stupid. I knew exactly what she was doing. And then she went further. One night, Leah and I were at a friend's house party. We were having a good time, laughing, drinking, wrapped up in our own world. And then Sarah walked in, wearing that dress. The one she knew used to drive me crazy. The one that clung to her body like it was made for temptation itself. Leah was talking to someone else when Sarah slid up beside me, her perfume hitting me like a memory I didn't ask for. You really moved on fast, she murmured, sipping her drink. I didn't respond, because I knew what she was doing. She leaned in just a little too close. Are you happy? Really happy? I turned to face her, meeting those familiar eyes that once held so much power over me. Yes, Sarah. I am. And then I walked away. But Sarah? She wasn't done yet. The real storm came a few days later. Leah and I were out at dinner when my phone buzzed. A message. From Sarah. Leah saw it first. She frowned, tilting her head as she read the preview on my screen. Why is Sarah texting you at midnight? My stomach tightened. I opened the message. And what I saw, I knew in that moment Sarah wasn't just playing games. She was trying to ruin me. There on my phone was a picture. A selfie of Sarah, lying in bed, wearing nothing but a smirk. And underneath it, for simple words, this could be you. Leah's eyes flickered up to mine, and in that second I realized. This wasn't just about Sarah wanting me back. This was about Sarah trying to destroy the one thing she couldn't have anymore. And I had two choices. Play into her game, or end it once and for all. The moment I saw that message, Sarah lying there bare, tempting me with her little words, I knew exactly what she wanted. Chaos. Destruction. She wanted me to slip up, to hesitate, to let doubt creep in. But I wasn't that guy anymore. So I did what she never expected. I showed Leah. I turned my phone toward her, let her see the message in all its desperate glory. Leah's lips parted slightly, her eyes narrowing as she scanned the screen. And then, she laughed. A sharp, knowing, unbothered laugh. She really thought this would work? She scoffed, shaking her head. I exhaled, tension draining from my shoulders. Yeah, she did. And that's when Leah leaned in, her voice low, teasing. Let's make her regret it. I raised an eyebrow. What do you have in mind? Leah smirked. Oh babe, you'll see. The next day, Leah posted a picture. Not just any picture. One of me, standing behind her, my arms wrapped around her waist, my lips grazing the side of her neck. The caption? Some things just get better with time. Now, normally, I wasn't one for social media games. But this was war. And the moment that post went up, Sarah took the bait. Minutes later, my phone buzzed. Sarah, wow, you're really doing this. I smirked. Took my time before I replied. Doing what? She typed fast, parading her around, acting like she was your first choice. Ah, there it was. The insecurity, the jealousy, the realization that she had miscalculated. I let her message sit, let her stew in the silence. Then finally I typed 4 words. She made me better. And I left it at that. Because that was the truth. Leah had made me better, stronger, more confident. And Sarah? She was just the ghost of a mistake I never had to make. Days passed. Then weeks. Sarah stopped showing up in the same places. The late-night texts? Gone. And just like that, the girl who once thought she had me wrapped around her finger was left standing in the past alone. And that, my friends, is how the game truly ends. Not with anger, not with revenge, but with evolution. Because sometimes, the best way to win is to simply move on. Until next time, remember, when they come crawling back, make sure they find nothing left to hold on to.